Hey there, this is Real Talk Baseball. I'm Carlos Baseball. With me as well, Power. As you can see, we have an extra person in our show today. He is a pro free skater, and he's a founder of jmkride. He's actually made a lot of tricks, and he's one of the founders for a lot of tricks that he's actually made. And he's from Sandiego. He's a Padres fan. He's a Chargers fan as well, even though they're from LA, right? He's Matty Tyce, man. What's up, Matty?
How's it going, guys?
Hey, what's up, man? How's it going?
Hey, thank you for joining the show, dude. Seriously.
Yeah,
Thank you for accepting.
To be on here.
Yes,
Seriously.
man. Thank you, dude. The reason we have him on the show is because we saw one of his videos on TikTok and Instagram. You know, he was wearing a Padres fan and he was rolling in his skates, you know, and he hits a pole, and that pole happened to be a Dodger pole. So it was pretty funny, dude, and it caught our eye. I mean, it caught Will's eye, and he posted it, and when I saw it, I'm like, man, that's cool. And then you posted something, right, Matty?
Yeah, so it actually got put on the LA radio station channel that has over 900 shares now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dang, that's good, dude.
And obviously I am still a Padres fan. It was just, you know, me being like, because of the times and all that stuff, and Dogface, 420 Dogface coming out with that video, I wanted to, you know, kind of like put my own little twist on it by being like, basically the Dodgers are going to destroy us, which it did.
It just happened to be on the playoffs, right? It just happened to be on.
It was the day after the Dodgers beat us. So
okay.
It was the day after the playoffs happened to, you know, like the Dodgers took us out, which was going to happen because the Dodgers are dominant. But man, I was in hopes that the Padres could pull it off. But man, obviously the Dodgers are incredible.
You got to be pretty excited for the future, man. It's like the Padres right now, they look like legit contenders, and there's still a couple guys that are in AAA that are, you know, they're chomping at the bit waiting for their chance. You got Mackenzie Gore coming up, who's supposed to be this, you know, next amazing pitcher. Like Mike Clevenger is obviously your ace right now.
Yeah.
But from what I've seen, this guy in AAA and his stats, like overall, he's a legit pitcher, man. He could eventually become the Padres' ace. He's that good.
Yeah, and it did suck that we lost two pitchers just before.
Man.
But
yeah, that was pretty bad. And I know I don't mean to, you know, toot our own horn, but the Dodgers did sweep the Padres. But one of the huge reasons it could be because Mike Clevenger got taken out right after the first inning, right?
Yeah, it could be, but at the same time, you can't blame the pitching, man. If the batting's not backing you up either, you know. And the pitching did not do terrible at all. But I mean, the Dodgers just dominated the season. Like, how are we going to expect them not to be a very big contender when we're going up against them? You know.
Yeah, but honestly though, like the National League West, it's been fun in the past with, you know, the rivalry between the Giants and the Dodgers for so long. The Giants winning 3 World Series within 5 years, you know, and then now they're kind of in the middle of a rebuild, so they're not really known as competitors anymore, especially with Bumgarner gone and Posey kind of almost at the end of his career. But then now we have a new team emerging, the Padres, that are looking real good to finally get some competition for the Dodgers, you know? Like, I've been following baseball for a while now, and everyone knows that the Padres are kind of like they were the weak team of the National League West, you know? But now it's like you actually have something to be excited about. And I'm actually just excited, you know, watching these guys like Fernando Tatis, you know, Will Myers. When I saw that you guys signed Will Myers like years ago, I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. You know, they're getting like a really good player. Maybe they're, you know, trying to rebuild now and build a playoff team. And kind of towards like the end of his contract, they're actually like, they're there, man. I don't know how much more time Will Myers has on his Padres contract, but this is the time to stay with them. You know, if his contract's coming up, I say extend him. He's not going to be that expensive, but you definitely want to sign Tatis, right, to a long-term deal.
Big time. I thought Will Myers was about to go out mid-season this year until that happened.
Yeah, he actually played really good though. I mean, he's part of the key component of the team being together. Like he's one of the ones that has the team, you know, it surprised me, to be honest. He's batting what, 280, 290? He was batting 220 the 2 past seasons before. So now he has the cast and he has the team to actually, you know, be one of the key components of that team. And it's exciting to see, man. Like I said, Will's been saying too, like we're not Padres fans, but it's exciting to see these teams, you know, come up and compete, because, you know, the Dodgers have been running the West, but with the Padres coming up and doing what they need to do, like I think it's going to be an exciting 2021. You know, I mean, you're a Padres fan, and like I can see like a lot of Padres fans coming and just, you know, being excited for their team, and that's really good. I'm actually excited for you guys. Go ahead.
And I actually saw like a Twitter thing showing that the Padres like next year are supposed to dominate over everybody, which you can see it.
Yeah,
it could very well happen, man.
Yeah, it could. Yeah, I mean, we waited what, 4 years? 4 years to get the ship. You know,
it's all about being healthy though, and
yeah, that's a big one.
As long as we stick healthy and, you know, develop our players, which most of our players coming in are really young.
They are.
Yeah.
They are. So Matty, talk to us about your skates. Like, what made you think of these skates? Like, you know, they're not the normal skateboard. It's something different.
Not at all. So I was skateboarding on the boardwalk, Sandiego, and I came across a guy that was on these. He invented these. He taught me how to use them pretty quick, and basically by the next week I was doing really well on them. And I ran into that guy again on the boardwalk, and he was like, "Crap, you're really good on them. I got to show you off to my friends." So he brought me in right away. I learned. I pursued to make a bunch of tricks out of the skates, and he basically was like, you're progressing more than I've ever seen in my life. I've been on them for this long, and holy crap, like you're pretty freaking good.
How hard is it to like get on and balance yourself? Is it like a skate, like an inline skate?
It's like everything that you ever learn. The first time you get on it, it's going to be very different. You look at it and you're like, no way I'll ever get on that. No way I'll ever learn it. Anything.
That's
like
exactly what I said.
Exactly. But like you look at a one wheel, you look at that looks like dangerous. It looks like you're in a dive. But if you put a little bit of practice in and you actually learn it, it's a muscle memory thing. It's very easy to learn. You know, looking at it doesn't look easy, but if you put your mind to it and you want to learn it, you can learn it. We have kids at like 7 years old, easily learning it. We have people up to 75, 80 years old that learned it. We have a guy named Kong. He's a UFC fighter. He's 300, I think around 65 pounds.
Wow.
365 pounds at like 6'7". He's a huge dude, and he was able to learn it, and he'll tell you every day that it works a different muscle than you're used to. Really? Because you have to go side by side and work your inner thighs, your calves, your everything. It's a completely different muscle workout, and it's highly suggested by a lot of UFC fighters now.
Really? For balance, right?
Yeah, balance.
Their what is it? The small muscles in their legs to build strength. It probably helps them stay healthy too, building up those little muscles around their ligaments and stuff.
Muscles that you don't use on a day-to-day basis. And we also have a fighter, Barrett Yoshida.
Oh, wow!
He's another big, like, guy that is really big in the UFC. Mostly mixed martial arts.
Mixed martial arts.
So like Bellator or something like that.
Yeah.
So is there you say these guys are pretty big on these skates. Is there a weight limit for these, or did you have to like specially reinforce these for the bigger dudes, or?
Not at all. basically, like I said, Kong is a 360 something pound dude, huge guy. Cars have run over him and they've been fine.
Really?
If they hit the right angle, but at the same time, if they hit the wrong angle, it could break something. But at the same time, they're replaceable parts.
So it's made out of metal, right?
Yeah. Cast iron, or sorry, aircraft aluminum.
Oh wow!
But like really, really strong, and the
really
way
strong and lightweight, right?
Exactly.
Nice.
And the way that our creator made them has a design that has extra strength. If you can see the development of the top deck, there are ridges that come through that have extra strength. Basically, it just provides so they don't bend.
So it has grip tape. Does it have any I guess do you tie them up to your feet or you don't, right?
Grip tape. So you just stand on top like a normal skateboard.
Like a skateboard.
And what's the easiest trick you've managed to, I guess land on this?
Easiest trick.
I mean, it's not going to be easy because we don't know how to do it. But when you see it, when we see it on you, it's like, oh man,
you make it look easy.
Yeah, exactly. You're
like
making it look super
flips.
easy.
You do those toe flips like 20 in a row.
Yeah.
How the hell is this guy doing this? I can't even bottle flip.
Yeah. So
I don't think I'll be able to stand on them.
toe flips are kind of upper end, but the first trick that I teach a person is just a stomp, where you push along on the front skate and you just throw the other one underneath your foot.
Okay.
And we call that a stomp. And then you get into flip stomps and then stuff like that.
Nice.
It's definitely something, like, it looks hard, but I've taught people that don't know how to skateboard how to do this.
Really?
And some of our guys, that are in our company don't know how to skateboard. So it really is one of those things you put your mind to whatever you want to learn. And when you learn that, it becomes easy for you.
Okay. And when can we get one of these skates? Like let's say you said a 7-year-old, right, can ride these. I have a 9-year-old if he wants to get into it, because I was showing them the video and he was like, how do you do that? Like, I don't know, we're gonna interview him, so maybe I can ask him there.
Well, a lot of kids love our video from Braille. We went on a skateboarding trip to Braille. Yeah. And Braille is a big skateboarding, you skate anything kind of thing. Yeah. So they make skateboards out of everything. Wow. And that video blew up, basically kind of just created a huge market for us. That video has over 10 million views now. Wow. On YouTube. And every time I go to the skate park, it's, oh my God, I saw you guys on Braille. Oh my God, I saw you guys on Braille. And that was almost 3 years ago. And Braille has been a big part of our success. So, and it's been great. It's been a great journey. So you've been famous pretty much since you started this. Everybody's been coming up to you like, oh, I've seen your videos, and you just didn't become famous with the Padre video, right? Not overnight. You've been working on your craft for a while now. Exactly. That's really good, dude. That's really good. And you started as a skater, right? You said before. Yeah, skateboarder. Yeah, and when I first started free skating, I actually got invited over to Japan, and I got kind of really famous over in Japan and China. Wow. So Japan and China brought me in a long time ago. I skated for Tokyo Disney. Oh, wow. Doing a Disney show. Yeah. It was a 50th anniversary of Japan. And we collided with inline BMX, both on-ramp and freestyle BMXers. Wow. And we did great. It was fun over there. Yeah. And working for 3 months straight for a really big show that had 150 characters in it. Okay. And it was a 20-minute show every single day, 3 times a day.
And I saw that I think I read somewhere that you lived in Japan for a couple of years.
Yeah, that was this show.
That was for
It
the
was
show?
it was for 6 months.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then you also lived in another country too, right?
I didn't live. I've been all around. I've been to China for a bunch of shows.
Did you eat a bat? Don't eat any bats in China.
No, I did not eat a bat.
So
What's
with this,
What is funny is that
go ahead.
literally, sorry, we were our last competition in China was in Wuhan,
Oh, damn.
and when we got back, about 7 months later, that's when the virus started.
Wow. So you got
You got out right in time, man.
It wasn't us. I was told it's Borat.
So Matty, is this sport like, is it already in the X Games, or is it going to get introduced in the X Games?
So it's never been in the X Games. We had an X Games interview, stuff like that back in the day.
Yeah.
We actually were in a small portion of it where we were able to like teach people, do stuff like that. But we've never been like, we never had that many people very, very good at it to where it's been an X Games like style, like huge, and that's where we've always wanted to be. But it hasn't gotten that big.
So these skates, are there like different like quality levels? Like is there like a beginner level and an intermediate level and then an expert level?
Ours basically it's just quality wise, and ours is the top end.
Nice.
Basically ours like don't break if you were to step on them like the cheap. Ours goes at 120, where the Amazon knockoff brands are at $30 to $80, and there have been times where you can just put it on the ground and stomp on it and it just breaks.
Oh geez. Then you have to spend another $40.
Exactly, but those are like the learning things. I love the sport so much that I would appreciate that at least people learn.
Yeah.
But then they will know that we're top end. They will come to us. Just like Tony Hawk's like skateboard in Walmart, stuff like that is not really quality, but then his upper end, where you go to pay the actual money, is very quality, and you won't be finding all those how hard it is to skate those brand compared to the other. And that's what I love about Braille, is Braille shows you that how hard it is to actually skate those really cheap brand compared to the regular brand. That's the case with everything. Golf, baseball, like cheap glove compared to a really good glove.
That's
Right.
true. Yeah, that's true. So you're the Tony Hawk, right? Free skating. So do you have a signature skate? You know,
I do.
really? Nice.
Yeah, we came out with a signature skate not too long ago, actually.
Wow,
Really?
that's really
It's been
cool,
a
man.
long time coming. Trust
That's
me.
cool, dude. That's good. I asked the question then. That's really cool, man. I'm happy for you, dude. That's really cool. Like, I've never had anything signature of mine.
Not yet.
Not yet. So that's really cool, man. Congratulations, dude. Like, seriously,
Yeah.
that's something I bet this is a big accomplishment. Like, you know, having
Oh,
this on it. Like,
So, literally about a month ago, I finally got my own signature skate and my signature grip, and it's literally my signatures. It's a it's a grip, but like I made it a point to kind of make our own signature stuff. Sorry.
okay.
Make our own signature skates and stuff like that. So I made it a point for a lot of the riders to have their own signatures.
Cool.
But for me, I created my own grip tape, which is really, I think, is pretty cool. But
I bet it is. It has to be. I mean,
Yeah.
you're the Tony Hawk of your sport, so you're good. It has to be great. Yeah.
The grip tape for your free skates, is it different from the skateboard grip tape?
Not really. It's not different. It's just we have a different grain. Hit and miss. We have a harder grain and a softer grain. So it's not different, but because you don't have to use the side of your foot to kickflip or do anything like that, we can use a harder grain to just be more stick.
Okay.
When
that
it comes
helps
to
it not slip off your foot.
Yeah. When it comes to a skateboard, the reason they can't use a harder grain is because of the fact that if you're doing a kickflip, anything like that, you're destroying the side of your shoe.
Your shoe.
Oh yeah.
And
My son's
that will
shoes
wear.
have holes in all of them.
Oh yeah.
He just started skateboarding like 6 months ago. So.
And that's how you know a skateboarder.
Yeah.
Looking at their shoes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this is my set right here. I don't know if you can see it, but this is my grip. Angle it correctly.
There it goes. Right there. Right there.
So that's the grip.
Nice. So how big are these? Are these like they're not a full foot size, right? They're smaller than that?
They're a little bit smaller than your foot, like our size foot, where your toes and heels can hang off
Okay.
a decent amount.
Okay.
Any bigger and you wouldn't be able to do tricks on them. You'd just be able to, glide on them.
So on these skates, you can still like go off ramps and you can do half pipes and stuff like that. Same idea as like a skateboard.
Exactly. The biggest thing is like we can do a lot of ramps, stuff like that, but like we can't ollie, but we have different ways to do that stuff. So we have the boneless, where it's just like a boneless on a skateboard. You take one foot and you jump off. When it gets to ramps, we have early grabs, which is just like a skateboard. You're holding on, we're holding on to both skates and launching out.
Nice.
And all of these videos are just like, if you go watch the videos, it's gonna be great. You can check it out, jmkride.com, or just check out our YouTube page, our Instagram, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And definitely go look at Braille too. And our video on Braille, we play against them in a game of skate, and it's fucking awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, I watched all your Instagram videos and a bunch of your YouTube videos. There, you got a lot of content, man. So
Yeah.
definitely been doing this for a while. It definitely has a huge following. I mean,
It does.
and especially like in the Sandiego area, right? Because I see you on your Instagram. I think you put on your story like once a week. Is it on Fridays that you guys go down to the beach and you go skating?
Yeah. So we just started that recently. Back in the day, we used to do a Tuesday skate or Wednesday skate. And that was teaching people, but it's been hard for us now because of
COVID.
Mm.
It's not a hands-on. It's very difficult.
Okay.
And it's easier to teach people while like guiding them down a hill, kind of like a bike, like just pushing a kid down the. So it has been a little bit more difficult to do that, and it's been hard to get people out to skate these things, or even but our Friday skate is not directly. You have to learn. It's skate anything. It's just trying to get the community out there, and we want to join.
That's really cool, man. That's
Yes,
really cool.
I mean, everyone needs a little fun in their life, especially right now. In California, I haven't been there for almost 2 years, but Carlos keeps on telling me, my family keeps on telling me, like everything is pretty much still closed. They're kind of opening things kind of like, here and there. But for the most part, the governor, he just doesn't want to open up anything. And I get it. A lot of people are scared, but I mean, we still got to live our lives, right?
Yeah.
And that's exactly what you're doing, man, with the skating, going out there on Fridays and trying to get the community, to follow in suit. It's really admirable,
Yeah.
I see your stories and I see your Instagram pages or your Instagram photos and videos, and it has been something that I kind of look forward to. Like your videos are hilarious. Like every time you come out with a video, I'm like, oh, a new one. You know, like I saw you, I guess like just skating through like a little warehouse or something, and then jumping through a wall. I think that was like maybe like 2 weeks ago or something. So do you come up with these ideas on your own, or do you guys just kind of sit down and be like, oh, we should do this?
So the one falling through the wall was like just my idea of like joking around,
messing around.
Yeah.
Looks like you guys have a blast, man. It looks like you guys are always having fun.
That's true.
So we kind of created our small little warehouse skate area. What is it?
A fun house.
Yeah, fun house. We had a guy from Japan, one of our co-founders, come out and build us that ramp that's in our warehouse. So basically, like we get to skate a ramp every single day. That's in our office now, and it's in the middle of Pacific Beach, which is very, very crazy that we have the beach 2 blocks away, and we have a skate park in our actual warehouse.
Nice.
And we're gonna have a storefront pretty soon here.
Oh, cool.
That's
so
really cool.
Things have progressed really quickly, and it's been fun. But the TikToks, all that stuff has just been basically, our company has grown so much through TikTok, and so we try to keep up with all the trends. We try to keep up with everything we can. And it's more difficult than you'd think.
Oh, trust me, I know.
Yeah, it's difficult. Hey,
TikTok
I got a tough question for you. I got a tough question before we, continue. The Chargers. Are you mad that they left San Diego?
Yeah, I'm upset. Yeah, it sucks.
Are you still a Chargers fan? Are you still a Chargers fan?
Yes, of course. I'm still going to be a Chargers fan. It does suck that I don't look forward as much to the Chargers games as I would if they were still here.
Yeah.
But I still watch them, and I still am a Chargers fan because I can't just go away.
And a lot of people there in San Diego, do they just they just forget about the Chargers because they came to LA? A lot of people, I feel like they did. Like they're like, oh no, they're gone. We're not Chargers fans anymore.
I have a 50-50 like friend group. I've got 50% of them say yes, and I've got 50% of them say no, and I've got a couple of friends that literally say I despise that, and I despise football because of it.
Wow.
Now, Carlos, I got a question for you. What fan are you a football team of?
I'm a Chargers fan, man. I've been a Chargers fan since 1994 when they lost the Super Bowl to the 49ers. So, yeah, and now that they moved to LA, that just kind of makes me like, oh, cool, you know. I'm just happy, you know. So yeah, I've been even when they're in San Diego, I was a fan of theirs. Now they moved to LA, you know.
And now you got 2 teams.
Yeah, now I got 2 teams. So we got the Rams and we got the Chargers. But yeah, I really don't see the Rams games. I see a lot of Chargers games, even though they lose it in the fourth quarter every
so
game.
Close.
Every time.
You live in Boardwalk, right? And the teams are in Carson, which is a 30-minute drive.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
But now they have the SoFi. The SoFi Stadium is really nice, but they haven't allowed any fans in there because of COVID. But it's a nice stadium. So one day maybe I'll be able to go and check the Chargers out there. I did go to Carson, and I got front row seats, and I only paid $100 to see the Chargers play.
That stadium is so small, man.
Yeah.
I went to see a preseason with the Chargers and the Saints. I think it was the first year that they went there.
Okay.
And oh man, I mean we had bad seats, and they were like right there.
Yeah. Literally, right? Anywhere you sit in the stadium, you get to see these big old dudes, man. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah.
You're like, wow, these are bad seats.
I think that's where the Galaxy plays, also, right?
Yeah, that's where the Galaxy plays. The soccer team from Los Angeles, and then they have another team here in Los Angeles. That's a new stadium, Bank One. I don't know if you guys heard of it, but it's the LAFC too, and that's a small stadium. So they were thinking of putting the Chargers there too. So, they got the SoFi already, so they're good. They got a big stadium. They're good. That's what they wanted. That's why they left San Diego, right?
Yeah, I thought the Rams were supposed to share with the Chargers, but something happened, right?
No, they're sharing. They're sharing. So the Rams play one Sunday, and then the Chargers play the next. So they alternate house. So
Nice.
both of them are playing in the same field. Anything else to ask, Will?
Yeah, I got a question for you.
Yeah, go for it.
So Manny Machado was on the Dodgers. You know, he got traded to the Dodgers late in was it 2018 when Dodgers lost to the Red Sox in the World Series. Now, he's an amazing player. Amazing defense, great bat. He's a solid 300 hitter. He's going to hit a few bombs. He's not Johnny Hustle as he, so proclaimed to be. So he's not the fastest guy out there, but he has hands. He has an arm. He got a bat, and he's really almost a five-tool player just without the speed. Now, I can't stand the guy personally. Even when he was with the Dodgers, there was a play when the Dodgers played against the Brewers, and as Machado is running towards first base on a little grounder, he steps on Jesus Aguilar's foot, on the back of his foot, and it was on purpose. I don't know if you remember this play. It was a couple years ago, and not being a Dodgers fan, you probably didn't even watch the series. But I've seen it this season also, or even when he was with the Orioles. When he was with the Orioles, he slid into second base and he spiked Dustin Pedroia on the back of the leg. Dustin Pedroia hasn't even been back in the game since then, and that was like 4 years ago. Pretty much killed his career. So my question is, this guy being this amazing player that he is, but the type of player that he is, what's your feelings on this guy knowing that he's going to be in your clubhouse for another 8 years?
In mine?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Honestly,
now that he's going to be a Padre for
his rest of the career,
your career, pretty much. He'll retire a Padre, unless some kind of trade happens through, which I doubt. He's a big name player, and any
honestly,
team would be lucky to have him. Honestly,
I've heard of him being like a big, bully back in the day, and like that he's this completely different person than what I see, because ever since he's come to the Padres, I haven't seen that stuff. Like, I haven't at all, and I don't know if he matured and realized that stuff is really messed up. But like I don't see it on the Padres. I watch him daily, and I've never seen that. I see him with a big smile on his face all the time.
Because he's winning finally.
Yeah.
The Orioles sucked for so long, man. Now he's finally on a winning team. He's probably having fun now, which is probably the reason why Will Myers is playing good again too.
Yeah.
When you're having fun, it makes the game fun. You play better, a little looser. You just go out there and have fun, just like the coaches used to tell us in Little League.
Exactly, and I feel like a lot of maturity is different. Like, I feel like he's definitely matured from his past, and right now, I haven't seen that side of him at all until maybe a little bit of anger came out when Muncy came out in the playoffs to say, shut the fuck up and go back to the dugout kind of thing.
Yeah.
Besides that, I literally haven't seen Machado be that kind of guy. And I feel like most of the time you see him, he's pretty friendly, joking with other players, and this year we saw a lot of that with Machado. Like, I saw a lot of Padre games because I got the MLB network, so I got to see a few Padre games here and there, and I did see that he was kind of like having fun and joking around, smiling, like. And then Tatis is a big part of that. I think he just like kind of stepped up his game a lot because of him, and he's an MVP finalist. So
two guys from the Padres are MVP finalists. How does that feel, man?
Yeah, that's something cool, incredible. I think
coming off of a couple of years of not even being in playoffs. Yeah,
so now you're in the playoffs. Now you have Machado and Tatis MVP finalists, which is really awesome. Yeah. Nothing but good things are going to happen in San Diego, one
of the biggest things was just seeing the fact that Tatis probably wouldn't have been on the Padres as early as he did, unless it was for Machado and Hosmer coming out and saying, "Look, we want Tatis to come up right now instead of waiting past that point of him coming up later and them not considering him to be a rookie season career thing.
Yeah.
And, you know, they said, no, we want him beginning of this year. They said, let's bring him on now because he's going to change the ball club. And he did that year.
He did.
He's a game changer, man. They say that he's the infield version of Mike Trout, just with personality, because everyone knows Mike Trout doesn't have personality.
And if he didn't get injured, he would have been rookie of the year last year.
Oh yeah,
Last year,
I agree.
yeah.
I agree
Last year.
completely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's really good. He's really good.
Things happen, and you know, maybe it's for the stronger.
Yeah.
So,
So any more questions, Will?
So the 3-0 count when he hit the
yeah, that one. Yeah, that's a good
the
one.
thing that started Slam Diego, man. So,
love it.
what's your thoughts on that? Like, do you
love
in the moment when it happened, you know, did you think like, dang, you're not supposed to swing on a 3-0 count?
Not at all. If there's a 3-0 count and you have your best hitter up to bat, would you not let him swing away?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what
you?
Carlos and I said.
Yeah, I would.
Would you, like, bases loaded, would you not do it for your best hitter?
Yeah, of course.
You know, they say that you're not supposed to do that because it was already a blowout, pretty much. You were already leading by like 6 runs or something. But
it's the Padres.
Well, that too.
They tend to blow it in the end anyways.
Even the Yankees, I don't know if you saw, but the Yankees had 2 20-run games this season. They scored 20 runs twice in this season, this shortened season. And no one's talking about that. I mean, they're talking about it in a good way. Yeah. But if you're going to score 20 runs on another team, then what's the problem with a guy hitting a grand slam on a 3-0 count to make it, you know, an 8-run game instead of a 4-run game or whatever it was?
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. And literally, the Padres are one of those kind of teams that if you're ahead so far, it's still dangerous. But even if you're behind so far, it's still dangerous because the Padres have blown a lot of big leads, but they've also come back from a lot of big lead deficits. Sorry,
they have.
And it is one of those things that, like, I don't believe that 6-7 run game is a big lead.
No,
Yeah, and I don't
game.
They lead anymore.
We had a podcast on it, and we were saying, like, I don't think it's there. No lead is safe. No lead is safe. I saw the Padres back in the days in the 90s when Tony Gwynn was in the Padres. They scored 11 runs in 1 inning, just like how the Dodgers did in the playoffs. In 1 inning, you know, like, you could come back. The Padres were up at that point. They were up 11-4 or something like that. They could have, you know, the Rangers still got to come back.
Yeah,
and
you know,
not only that, but if MLB wants there to be mercy, then they need to implement a mercy rule.
Yeah.
As long as there is no mercy rule, like there is in Little League, then just let the boys play, right?
Exactly.
You know, let them play to the best of their ability and show off their greatness, because the greatness of a player is gonna impact their career, because contracts come up, you know, teams with better offers kind of here and there. It could be just this one play that really separates you from, you know, 18 million versus 22 million, you know. That's a big difference. And Tatis hitting that grand slam, all the guys hitting those grand slams, you know, giving them the name Slam Diego, like, I really see no problem with that. It makes the game exciting. The game, unless you were a passionate baseball fan kind of growing up, it's definitely not as invigorating as like a basketball that's very fast paced, or football that's very action for 20 seconds and then you rest for 15. You know, it's a waiting game. You have to appreciate the pitching. And just like I said before, like, if you don't have a passion for it, it's really hard to get into it. But guys like Tatis and guys like Machado kind of being, you know, the outlandish guy he is sometimes, and then Trevor Bauer coming out now on Twitter and you know, kind of speaking his mind, it makes baseball more fun. And it's going to entice other players to have more fun with the game also. Tim Anderson with his big bat flip. And Joey Bats a few years ago when he did his big bat flip when he played for Toronto. You know, I think that's what the game of baseball needs. It's more guys like that.
And the way I grew up on baseball, and I played my entire life, I didn't pay attention to the score. I didn't look at the scoreboard every single time. I didn't look at that. I didn't pay attention. I was in the moment playing my game, and when a pitch comes, I try to hit the ball. I literally do everything I can to help my team out. And a 3-0 count, and that means nothing to me. I'm going to do my best to swing at a good pitch. Yeah. It didn't matter. I feel like Tatis has the same mentality where it was a good pitch. I'm going to swing at it.
Yeah.
That's it. If it was a bad pitch, I probably wouldn't have swung at it. But in the moment, it looks bad because they're up. But is he really thinking about what the score is, or is he thinking about this is a good pitch? I'm going to swing at it.
And this is going to help out the team. That's a good way of looking at it. And yeah, I mean, every baseball fan should be thinking about that. I know there's unwritten rules and stuff like that, but I think those are old already. Like, get them out of the way. Like, you can't do that. Yeah. Yep. So the mentality of this kid having the courage to actually swing a 3-0 and then hitting it out and then getting backlash, because even his team, I saw Hosmer, in the dugout, looked like he was telling them, why did you swing at that pitch, kind of. And then it came out that, Tatis did, everybody was backing him up on Twitter, on Instagram.
I love it because of the fact that, you know what, that 3-0 pitch makes that next pitcher
think about it.
Probably not throw the next pitch as straight.
Yeah,
maybe he gets walked a little bit more, and that changes the game for him. So
I think if a pitcher gets in a 3-0 count, it's his own fault, and he needs to get himself out of it. And if you throw a fastball right down the middle and expect the batter not to try to swing at it, then you're stupid.
Exactly.
You need to come up with a better pitch if you don't want him to hit.
You got to have some good junk that goes down the middle that isn't a hanger.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's true.
So, I mean, you gotta be very, very smart about your pitching. So,
well, guys, there you have it. This is Matty Tyce. He was in Real Talk Baseball with us. Thank you for taking the time, Matty. I enjoyed the conversation, man. This is the first time we actually meet, or not meet, but actually talk to you, and it was really cool, actually. Right, Will?
Yeah, man. It was interesting.
Yeah.
I'm excited about these free skates now, man.
Yes. Yeah.
Christmas is coming up pretty soon. I got a 4-year-old. I don't know if he might be too young for that, but I got a 14-year-old too. So if he's into skateboarding, maybe he'll be into these too.
Yeah.
Ideas.
Yeah.
If anything, just show him the page and stuff like that, and he'll at least love the fact that these are out there, and it's pretty interesting.
Yeah, man. You wanna give us your website and your YouTube and TikTok again?
Yeah. Yeah. So we're jmkride, everything, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, jmkride USA on TikTok.
Okay.
But also many of other channels for JMK. So I think YouTube is also jmkride.
jmkride, yeah.
Cool, man. We'll put that in the description, so that way people that watch this can click on it.
Yeah,
perfect.
We'll do that, and they can subscribe.
I was going through all my baseball cards, and I thought I'd show you guys.
Nice.
I didn't even know I had a Babe Ruth.
Dang.
The collections, nice, dude. How long you been collecting those?
Since my great grandfather sent these down from the 90s.
Wow.
So I have a lot of cards from the 90s.
Nice, dude. Nice. Well, hopefully we can have you on the show again, man. Like I said, thank you for being on our show. You're our first interviewee. And thank you for taking the time. Like I said, this is Real Talk Baseball. I'm Carlos Baseball. This is Willpower, and that's Matty Tyce. Thank you for watching, guys.
Thank you.
You guys.